For Moyale. You were indeed very rough on me, but for a good cause. Yeah, thank you very much. Asante sana. Karibu.
Yeah. Well, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. You know, I know most of you are used to me speaking for the police, but I'm graduating to start speaking for the nation. So it's my pleasure this afternoon to be here. You know, when we were working in northern Kenya, we used to be called Madhu Madhu. Nywele ngumu, isn't it? So today I represent that group here. And it's also my pleasure that David Ohito, the Secretary General for this party, happens to come from my village. So I thank you so much for having the first Secretary General from Siaya and also from Ugenya. Thank you so much. Most importantly, we have gone through a lot as a nation. We have run through people fighting for what they call liberations, and we managed to get multi-party democracy. And as the parties grow, I know we have had complaints from people saying that we have a character of a winner takes it all. And for that reason, we are going to encourage people having regional parties and blocks, so that when we have these parties and blocks, we come to one table at the national level and negotiate, so that no community is left behind and nobody is termed as minority. So for this, we believe that after many years of these regional blocks, we are going to graduate and grow and end up even having 2 or 3 parties the way we have in the US, parties that will deal with ideology. I just want to encourage you that as you grow and you negotiate at the national table, ensure that we fight for ideologies and nothing else. Encourage as you negotiate to have a head of state and a party, a coalition, that will respect that Kilifi has resources that we need to invest in. Same to Malindi, same to Moyale, Marsabit, same to other parts of the country, so that we don't just invest in one area where we come from. And for that reason, I would want to say that for me, who is just leaving the police and joining politics, I'll be running for the governor for Siaya County. And as people from the lake, we also have a regional party, but which is more of national because of the period that we have been there. I just want to invite you. As a small party, please, when you grow, come and join us. Join us and ensure that we form the next government. I would want a situation, because the name UDM and the name of the party from my region is almost similar. So I would want to say that let's join hands, let's work as a team, but remember not to discriminate any part of this country as we grow. And the chief guest, I always feel what you think, how you feel, but for the sake of this time, please just come on my side and support my interest so that I'm not left with my people. Otherwise, thank you so much. We wish you the best of luck. We love the people of Northeastern. I'm personally a very close friend to the people from Somali community. The only difference is that I would want to get, because I think if you give me Mohammed will say that I have to become a Muslim. I'll consider doing that so that I can get a wife from Northeastern Province. Otherwise, thank you so much. We wish you the best of luck. This is a good cause. Don't regret. But please, let's work together as a nation. Let's build our country. Let us make sure that we move towards serious democracy, so that we can put together our resources. The way the Somali community like pulling together, let's pull together. Let's put our resources together, the resources from Lake Victoria, from the coast, from northern Kenya, build our country. Life is temporary. We need to put our resources together, get richer, be happy, be comfortable, so that before we die, we live a happy community. And the only way to do that is through unity. Thank you so much and welcome.
A round of applause for Brother Owino, please. Thank you very much, Charles. We have had your request. We have already received the first bidder. He's saying he comes from a party which is sharing initials almost similar to our own party, UDM. So we can guess which party that one is. So others also, of course, are listening. But for today, we'll just be inviting people to come and talk to us, listen to us. And the idea is, you know, from the 2010 Constitution, and we are very grateful indeed to the great people of Kenya, we've gotten an opportunity to have a piece of the cake, of the national cake, you know, as Northern Kenya people. And we all know, before that, through sessional paper number 10 of 1965, we were discriminated. It was official. No investment was allowed to go to Northern Kenya. And therefore that marginalization has really taken a toll on us. So even the piece of cake we've just gotten may not be enough, you know, to catch up with the rest of the country. And this is why we said we must think outside the box. Now, before I invite my brother, there's some housekeeping from my brother here.
Thank you, Your Excellency. Our lawyer, Issa Mansour, is from the House, and I'm guided that we must be a law-abiding party. We have declaration forms for any contribution with our secretariat here. We request that if you are going to support the party, please do sign that form so that we do not breach the law. I think that is in line with the Political Parties Act. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much indeed. Now it is my pleasure to invite my friend, my brother, the chairman of FCDC, Governor Ali Roba, to come and make a few remarks, and then we can proceed in that order. Karibu ndugu. He is the chairman for FCDC. I deputize for him. Karibu.
Asante sana. Good afternoon all. The chief guest, Senior Counsel Ahmed Nasir, my brothers, Governor Marsabit, Governor Lee, our leaders from the region, wazee wetu, wafanyabiashara, kina mama, assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Mukiweka sauti ya chini, tutapata uchovu. I want to start by saying, by extending my sincere gratitude to those of you that have responded to our invitation on behalf of UDM, and most particularly to my brother, the chief guest, Senior Counsel Ahmed Nasir, and the rest of the leaders, those who have made it here, others who have not made it but have sent their contribution, others that were not able to come but have banked their contribution. I want to extend our sincere appreciation to you. But I want to start maybe by pace setting. First and foremost, not all the leaders that are here are all UDM. And our brothers who have come as friends of the party. And we are still in the process of infancy stage of consultation with our leaders from Northern Kenya. This is, every party starts as a regional party, but our aspiration is to make it a formidable national party through consultative process by bringing people, other leaders, like-minded on board. Briefly, why UDM and why now? Because most people would like to understand that. First, at the advent of devolution, 7 governors came together. Governor Timami,
Governor Hussein Dado, Governor Ukur Yatani, Governor Nadif Jama, Ahmed Abdullahi, myself, Governor Doyo. In Naivasha, during those formative, few months of devolution, we conceived an idea that we felt every time individuals talk, the voices are not going to be heard. What do we need to do? And we contextualized that we need to form a regional economic bloc in the name of Frontier Counties Development Council. And we started very well. We came together, we formed, it was the first regional economic bloc to be formed in the country. 7 of us together decided to engage stakeholders, particularly the World Bank, the President of the Republic of Kenya, President Uhuru Kenyatta, and the President was extremely receptive, so was World Bank. We say we really needed to make sure we mainstream the issues of Northern Kenya in the planning of the country, as well as also other stakeholders like the World Bank. That discussion led to invitation that we received from the Vice President of the World Bank, Mukrat Diop, as 7 governors to discuss the regional challenges of Northern Kenya. Alhamdulillah, today we've managed to attract what is now called Horn of Africa Gateway Project, the construction of Isiolo-Mandera Road. Likewise, it led to the program of NEDI that has impacted on the ASALs greatly, which was more than 100 billion. Together, we got investment worth close to 200 billion, because the road from Isiolo to Mandera was of 100 billion. And I believe in, because what we discussed with all the stakeholders was the basics that was discussed by Hayati Mzee Jomo Kenyatta, that of access to education, access to, water, issues of infrastructure, and other basic socio-economic growth. Over the last 9 years, we've managed to do a lot with devolution, thanks to the Republic of Kenya and the public themselves that voted for the Constitution 2010. Now, we've kept FCDC as a regional economic bloc and clear of politics. Time has come when we have to give such regional economic bloc and ideas that we have a political voice through coming together into a political party that will represent primarily the interest of the region, as well as other disadvantaged communities within the country. I believe in every county there are disadvantaged groups, and those are the aspirations that we have. Many people think because Governor Roba is serving his 2nd term, now he's formed UDM, na the plan ni kutafuta kiti ya waziri ama representation at national level. Actually, I want to make it categorically clear. There has not been any benefit that accrued to us by only getting cabinet position or PS, CAS for that matter. What we are looking at, we come together, crystallize our issues, and be able to make sure that whoever we engage with in terms of the presidential aspirants, we have crystallized our issues and we engage them to mainstream our issues. For example, in 9 years as a governor, over 20 key investors have come to Mandera, and they have to go back because we don't have sufficient power supply to facilitate investment. We need the enablers of investment, such as infrastructure, as well as connection to national electricity grid, to be prioritized for our population. We have discussed the ASALs have water challenges. Devolution has done a lot, but that a lot is relative to where we've started. We would like water security to be prioritized. And we want to get a party that is able to channel the challenges that is facing Northern Kenya at the forefront and engage. And many people have said and rumored UDM is affiliate of UDA. UDM is affiliated of ODM. UDM, I want to make it categorically clear. We have not made any decision to partner with anyone. We are in the process of organizing ourselves. We cannot even engage when we are disintegrated. We need to put ourselves together, crystallize our issues, and thereafter form a committee that is able to engage with presidential aspirants. As at now, we are working with the President of the Republic of Kenya. Most leaders you see here are from Jubilee side, and we have ni kujipanga. Tusipojipanga mapema utapangwa. Na we don't want to be told kuna mkutano hapa tunakimbia, mkutano hapa tunakimbia, na issue yako mwenyewe you've not crystallized. And that is what we want to do. When we are ready to engage, we will engage, and that is the plan that we have, and that is UDM. And we don't have a presidential aspirant as at now. Realistically speaking, we want to first be born, crawl, walk, and then grow up, and then be able to aspire to move into that stage. And we're not saying we won't vie. We just say the time is not ready yet. And for us to build that foundation as equals in this country, we need to start organizing ourselves better. And that is the agenda that we have. And I am immensely grateful for those of you that we've invited and have come up to join us. The leaders that we have started engaging, that have shown positive engagement, we will continue engaging. And the issues we have is not about position. It's the socio-economic empowerment of disadvantaged region that we want to really champion. And we have done it through FCDC. We just want to push it by giving FCDC a backup political organ, political mouth. No one can ignore the collective voice of many. But individuals standing up to talk can be ignored. And with those few remarks, I would like to invite my brother, who I am greatly honored, accepted my invitation, Governor Lee Kinyanjui, to come and greet. Na watu wasianze kusema Lee ameonekana hapa ako kwa UDM. Okay? Amekuja kama rafiki yangu na mimi nimemwalika, na akinialika ninaenda huko, na sisi wote pamoja tumekuwa kwa familia ya Jubilee. Paka saa hii hatujapata maneno kamili Jubilee mambo yake itafanyika namna gani. Tunaangalia. Asante sana ndugu yangu, karibu.
So thank you very much, Governor Roba. Our chief guest today, prominent lawyer Ahmed Nasir, the governor for Marsabit, our senior politicians here led by our senators, and all the members herein present. I wish to take this opportunity to say first that I come here as a friend of Governor Roba and my Marsabit colleague. As you know, we work very closely. We liaise and we advise each other on different things. And therefore, when Governor Roba asked me to come and join him during this fundraiser, I said, even if it was in Mandera, I would still have come. So we have a strong partnership. And particularly for me coming from Nakuru, I also have a very huge community that comes from that part of the country. Therefore, we have huge partnerships that we've been working with, and we will continue nurturing the unbreakable bonds that have been there over time. Allow me also to say that, you see, issues to do with politics sometimes can be a bit divisive, but I think the reality is, even when we started the new constitution and decided to devolve a lot of issues, it is also true that politics can be devolved. And the idea that all our solutions will come to Nairobi to get resolved is also not true, because there are unique situations where we come from, and leaders from wherever they are can be able to solve them. So I support you, and I want to say, as I look at what you are doing here today, I see this move as a last mile connection in our politics. Correct? Because for as long as matters are done and decided in the big places without due consideration of the realities on the ground, sometimes people get lost along the way. So even us, from where we come from, we have conversations of that nature, and we will continue to pursue them and also work with partners who are progressive and who are seeking to solve the problems that we have. So I think I want to congratulate you, Governor Roba, together with all the others that are here. Allow me also to say, I see our media colleagues, every new party that comes, they have a new way of calling them small parties. There is no big or small party until an election is done. Okay? So if a party is newly registered and they are 10, how do you say these are small and these ones are big? So I think that tagging also is a way of suppressing democracy. Let people run, and if the one that will finally have 30% or 50% of members of parliament, you can tell us that is a big party. But if you have not even gone to an election, how does it become small or big? So I think the reality is, let us nurture our parties. And even sometimes we've had people say that if a party started and the officials are from a certain place, that is a tribal party, or that's an ethnic party. Again, there is no party that will be led by people from heaven or wherever. They will have to come from one part of the country or the other. So I think, and even those that are big also started small. So I think it's also good to have a bit of maturity and respect for each other, so that tomorrow, whoever you think is small may be the big boy. And the big boy may also be small tomorrow. I think that is a journey that we want to work together. Lastly, as has been said, I think this is a time when there will be many political parties that are coming. Roba and your team, you get ready, people negotiate for their regions and see what we can be able to do. I think it is also wrong that after so many years of independence and so much money spent, some parts of the country largely remain very behind. And I think this is a conversation we must put on the table without any apology, that the issue of Northeastern cannot remain the way it is. 50, 60 years after independence, there must be affirmative action. And this party can be a voice to cover some of those things. Thank you, and may God bless you all.
Thank you very much, my brother. Another round of applause for Governor, please. Thank you very much, Governor Lee. Tunakushukuru sana ndugu yangu. At this moment, I would like to invite Honorable Major Bashir to come forward, introduce the senators who are here and members of parliament, so that they are, we acknowledge their presence. Major, tafadhali karibu. Tumpigie makofi jamani. Karibu.
As Major prepares, I'm told the declaration forms are on your tables. Please fill in the amount you want to generously support the party with. And if you have been sent by somebody, it would be kind to get their details and have it signed so that we abide by the law. Thank you.
Asante sana. Good afternoon, everyone. Chief guest, Governors present, Governor Nakuru, Governor Marsabit, Governor Mandera, all of these present, people from northern Kenya, people from the rest of the country. And I think you have all been told why we're here. Mine is very, very brief. I'll probably speak much later. But yangu ni to acknowledge the national leaders who are present here, both from the Senate and the National Assembly. And I will give them 1 minute just to introduce themselves and say hi to the people of Kenya. As has been said, this is a new dawn, and the base for UDM is in northern Kenya, but it will have representation across the country. So very briefly, I will acknowledge the leadership who are here from National Assembly, Senate, including former members of parliament. I can see there are 2 members of parliament, former members of parliament. I will start with the Honorable Dahie because he wants to leave. Please come forward and say a few words.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Wassalatu wassalamu ala Rasulullah. Assalamu alaikum. And our chief guest, Wakili Ahmed Nasir Abdullahi, Governor Mandela Ali Roba, Governor Marsabit Muhammad Ali, Governor Nakuru Lee, all members of parliament present, and all protocols observed. My name is Dr. Mohammed Dahir Duale, MP for the Dab constituency, and I'm very excited to be here. First of all, I want to say that I'm a friend of UDM. I'm a member of KANU party, which is also a Jubilee affiliate as of now. And in the next dispensation, we'll be seeing which direction we shall take. But let me say that one thing, northern Kenya consists about 70 to 80% of the landmass of this country. This region is grossly underdeveloped and it's associated with insecurity and many other challenges. I have been a member of parliament for 9 years, and in my observation, I feel that the problem of northern Kenya basically boils down to underdevelopment. That is the single biggest underlying thing in our region. And we have had big parties, which we are all members of. However, when it comes to engagement, my observation, and this is true for many, those parties have also their own basis, and 90% of the negotiation is based for where they are based, where they are domiciled. And it's only 10% that will be considered for, and this is true for every party. So I think that this idea of having parties which have their base in northern Kenya, which will have a national outlook, will be also good. The idea is, of course, not to be like those ones also, but also to give ourselves priority. And I want to say that in every new 5 years, we have new ideas, and this is some of the ideas. My challenge to UDM is this. We already have also another caucus, which is also looking at the same way. Can we then look at it and see how we can come together and unite? Because at the end of the day, even our differences in northern Kenya boil down to issues of related to pastoralism, issues of resource-based conflict, and I think that if we look at it that way, we can actually come together in a formidable way, and that we can engage that thing. If I just go back, when I first came to Parliament, there was an idea that the road from Isiolo to Mandera will be tarmacked. 9 years down the line, not a single kilometer has been laid down. There was also an idea to pull the grid through Garissa, Wajir, Mandera. Today, the grid has ended at Garissa. So you see, this is some of the things which we feel that if we are on the table, I think these issues will have been pushed. With those few remarks, I want to seek leave with a lot of apologies, and thank you very much for the next discussion. Thank you.
Thank you, everybody here. You are now excused because you have also given us your contribution, and we'll announce it much later. I will call upon Honorable Omar Malim, MP Mandera East. Tafadhali, because of time, let us strictly do it not more than 2 minutes.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Assalamu alaikum. Without much ado, I'm a member of parliament for Mandera East, and I will say I'm also a friend of UDM because I come from a party called Economic Freedom Party, which were formed, the people of Mandera, few months to election, and we are happy that we were able to get 30 members of the county assembly, 6 members of parliament, and I think with that we have not yet made decision whether we are going to partner with UDM or any other party as such. But mind to say, I think Honorable Elmi has said it very well. There is no regional party. Parties are formed by individuals and eventually end up becoming a national entity. Despite the fact that the founders of this party are coming from northern Kenya, it all depends on how feasible and how you do your marketing in terms of the nation. And I hope and I believe that the founders and the people, the front of this party are so energized and so energetic that this will be a party, not a small party as such, as the media said. It's going to be a big party which can be able to negotiate with the people of the other bigger parties in the country. Pursuing prosperity for all. That's the slogan by UDM, and I think that does not mean the northern people. It means the people of Kenya, and as such, I will encourage the same prosperity for the people of Kenya to be adopted by everyone in the country. And of course, we have been annexed for other parties the past 53 years, and the people coming together, other parties coming together, EFP, UDM, and others, will be able to make a difference in terms of the lives of the people of northern Kenya and by large, the people of Kenya. I thank you.
Asante Honorable Omar. Now tunaenda kwa Honorable Ali Wario from Bura.
Assalamu alaikum. Mheshimiwa mgeni ya heshima, waheshimiwa governors, waheshimiwa senators, waheshimiwa wabunge, waheshimiwa MCAs, waheshimiwa wa Kenya, assalamu alaikum.
Alaikum salam.
Na mimi nasema ni rafiki ya UDM. Ndugu, kwa majina naitwa Ali Wario. Miaka 30 sasa